Today is May 11th and it's day number 2 of my Pacific Crest Trail through hike. It's about 7 in the morning now, so I spent the night at a campsite next to Hauser Creek. I met a number of hikers who were staying at the same campsite, so I decided to stay there as well. And so I hiked 16 miles yesterday, and this morning I'm going up a mountain, and then 4.5 miles I'll be reaching Lake Morena. I'm gonna stop there for breakfast, and there I'll decide how far I'll be hiking today. Probably another 16 miles, so yeah, we'll see how it's gonna go. It is 9 a.m. and I reached the town of Lake Morena. There is a famous place here called Oak Shores Malt Shop. They serve a famous burrito breakfast for hikers. So this is where I'm heading to. I'm gonna have a late breakfast on the second day of my PCT through hike. Good morning!
Good morning!
Yes, time for burrito breakfast, right? I'm heading back to the trail after a nice stop at the malt shop. I enjoyed my mushroom omelette. It was really tasty. So it was nice to have a rest. And I'm not sure yet how far I'm gonna hike today, but the next major stop is gonna be Mount Laguna, so which is 26 miles from here. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it yet, but yeah, tomorrow for sure I'll be in Mount Laguna. So yeah, back to the trail. It is 11 in the morning. It's my second day on the PCT, and one of the challenges in this section of the desert is going to be the heat. It's very hot. It's still morning, and I'm sure it's going to get even hotter during the day. So the other problem is going to be with finding water sources. Many of the sources are dry. You know, it didn't rain much this spring, and it was you know, an unusual winter with not much snow. So the drought is going to be a big problem for hikers. So hopefully it's going to be okay. I am carrying more than I usually carry with me with water, and so I now have 2.5 liters. So I don't know exactly how it's going to be the water ahead. So since I am cold soaking, I need water at the end of the day so I can prepare my dinner. So yeah, water is definitely going to be an issue, at least for this coming 700 miles of desert. I found a small shade, so I'm taking a break. Actually, I am stopping at every shade I find. It's very hot. The heat is definitely going to be a big challenge on this trail, at least for this section. And it is now 20 past noon, and the sun is very strong. So one has to be very careful hiking in this section of the PCT at this time of the year. So yeah, it's the sun is what gives us life, but also it can take lives away. So one must be really careful. The trail is hikers are very exposed, very few shades on the way. So it's important to take time and drink lots of water. And so this is what I'm doing right now. I found another shade, so I decided to take another break. The sun is intense, it's very hot. So it's 4 p.m. now, and I'm gonna hike just a few more miles. So it's gonna be a total of between 15 and 16 miles today. It's my second day on the PCT. This is a long distance trail. I want to take it easy in the beginning, adjust myself to the heat, to the trail, to the terrain. So tomorrow my plan is to hike to Mount Laguna. So yeah, I think it's a good plan. You know, 40 miles in 3 days with this intense heat. I think it's a good plan. So yeah, I'm just resting a little bit here, letting my body cool down a bit. I'm gonna hike just another few miles to the campsite. It's next to Kitchen Creek, so this is where I'm gonna be spending the night tonight. I see some hikers down there in that natural pool formed by the Kitchen Creek. So this is where I'm gonna set up my tent this evening, and I'm gonna head to that pool right now.
just so you know, if a day passes but I don't text, like don't send like a search party out. He's like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't do that. Like he's super chill. He was like, no problem. Kind of like running, you be slow, then you like do a little chill packet. You're like already like perfect. You can only do that for so long.
Today is May 12, 2021. It is my third day on the Pacific Crest Trail. It is 6:40 in the morning now, and it was a quiet night. I tented right next to Kitchen Creek, and together with some other hikers. So it was a nice evening, and I'm up for another day on the trail. So the idea today is to hike to Mount Laguna, which is about 12 and a half miles from here. So it should be an easier day. I'm up early because when the sun comes out, the heat is so intense. So the idea is to start early in the day and take a break in the middle of the day when the sun is really strong. So, but anyway, so back on the trail. The minute the sun is out, the heat begins. It's gonna be another hot day on the Pacific Crest Trail. I found this small oasis here in the middle of the desert. There are some nice trees and a shade, nice shade. So I decided to stop to rest a bit and eat a snack, let my feet breathe a little bit. The heat is intense. I'm beginning to understand why some hikers prefer only hiking the AT. You know, they keep just doing through hikes on the AT, you know, going northbound, southbound, never coming to the PCT. It's a completely different story. It's a much harder trail, at least here in this section of the desert. Very hot. The AT is the green tunnel, so the PCT is probably the blue tunnel because you have the blue sky above your head the entire time. It's hikers are very exposed here on this trail, so it's intense. The sun is very strong. Yes, ma'am. Do you have the duck à l'orange?
What?
The duck? You
duck?
have the duck?
I think so, yes, sure.
Yeah, so I'll have the duck à l'orange. And is the French onion soup small or big?
It's a bowl.
It's a bowl, yeah, I'll take a French onion soup as well. And I'll have a cold Coca-Cola, please.
Coke? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
We got a big table outside if you want to.
Oh, all right.
Up to you.
Can I go to that other table?
Alright.